LeBron James shuts down Chris Paul questions after Lakers-Clippers game. When reporters approached LeBron James after the Los Angeles Lakers' weekend loss to the LA Clippers, the expectation felt obvious. With Chris Paul recently sent home by the Clippers and facing an uncertain future, James seemed like a natural voice to weigh in. Instead, the four-time champion drew a firm line. James declined to comment on Paul's situation following the Lakers' 103-88 loss to the Clippers, choosing to stay out of a storyline that has dominated league conversations, Yahoo reports. The response stood out given the long-running friendship between the two stars, who entered the NBA in the same era and have remained close throughout their careers. Earlier this season, James spoke warmly about Paul when news surfaced that the veteran guard planned to retire after the 2025-26 campaign. James said at the time he wanted Paul to find happiness and enjoy his final year, especially with his family back in Los Angeles. That sentiment came while Paul was firmly part of the Clippers' plans during his second stint with the franchise. Since then, circumstances shifted quickly. LeBron declines to weigh in on Paul's situation. When asked directly about Paul after the Lakers faced the Clippers, James shut the conversation down. "I haven't talked to him," James told reporters. "Not for me to comment on. To be honest, it's none of my business." The brief response contrasted with reactions from around the league, where several former and current players have publicly questioned the Clippers' decision to send Paul home so abruptly during what is described as his final season. James, however, avoided taking a side and made it clear his focus remained on his own team. Paul remains on the Clippers roster, but he is not expected to play for the remainder of the season. For now, his status places him among potential trade candidates ahead of the February deadline. If no deal materializes, the veteran guard could reach free agency. Before being sidelined, Paul appeared in 16 games off the bench for Los Angeles. He averaged 2.9 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game while shooting 32% from the field and 33% from three-point range. Focus shifts to Lakers. Officiating questions linger. James' post-game availability did include frustration, just not about Paul. After the loss, he and Lakers head coach J.J. Redick voiced concerns over NBA officiating, particularly what they described as a lack of consistency. "I have no idea what a consistency is," James said via The Athletic's Dan Woik. "There isn't consistency. It is what it is." The comments came after multiple Lakers players were assessed technical fouls for arguing calls, marking the second straight game where complaints drew whistles. Redick echoed James' sentiment and said he planned to raise the issue with NBA President of League Operations Byron Spruill. "Overall, the consistency is something I'm going to talk with Byron about," Redick said via Fadeaway World. "What we ask for is consistency. We need to know what it is night to night." On the court, James carried a heavy workload. Less than 2 weeks before his 41st birthday, he finished with 36 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. The Lakers were already without Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton, then lost Luka Doncic to injury in the second half. For now, James appears content keeping his distance from Paul's Clippers drama. With the Lakers heading on the road to Arizona next, his attention remains firmly on what comes next for his team, not the uncertain inning unfolding for one of his closest friends.